Oh,
How can she improve?
dude, Clavicular's been going on a run too.
Well, her mid face is way too long. Obviously, she's got the jowls coming in, horrible nasolabial folds. You know, horrible total facial width to height ratio. Just really bad age indicators. But obviously, at 30,
Dude,
that's not something really that's going to surprise me. Her upper maxilla is super recessed, horrible infraorbitals. That's why your under eyes are coming in like hell. Really recessed chin. You know, all the facial convexities are wrong. Her radix is recessed. You know, moving on. Honestly, there's not a single good thing about her face. So her alar base, the width of her nose is incredibly large. Her nasal bridge is incredibly wide. You know, obviously you've got bimaxillary protrusion. So, you know, your bite is all off. Just everything is wrong.
That's fine.
Yeah, so just, I would rate you the lowest, definitely on the panel.
Why are you not a surgeon?
What's the number?
I would arguably say like 1.5 or 2. Like genetic defect, dead end.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm actually writing this shit down. Okay.
Okay, so I would give her a 4.5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Honestly, it's just, I would say, no, actually, I'll give her a little bit higher. I would say probably a 5, but maybe in terms of the body fat, that could come down a little bit once you leaned out a little bit, once you got a little bit more facial angularity, you know, lowered your body fat percentage. I would say you'd actually be pushing up to like a 5.5 maybe.
Quick question. Do you believe in eugenics? Yeah, you do. Okay.
That's a loaded question. That's a complex one. That's
what
just
is
not
eugenics?
That's not really a yes
he's
or no
racist,
answer.
yeah.
No. That's
I am.
Yeah.
That's it. That's not a yes or no
And
question.
that's fine. I mean, he's saying he believes in eugenics, so I'm just saying.
You said that. Okay, but a 5
But
is
you
an average.
didn't answer no, so
A
if
five-
it was a no, it would have been a no.
It's a complex question, lady. So for you to think everything falls into a binary yes or no, you're just a retard. So moving on.
Right.
Okay, shut the fuck up. But anyway, so let's move on. 5 out of 10 is average.
you know, I do feel like kind of ambivalent about Clavicular. Like on the one hand, like, look, yeah, these hoes need to be put in their place. These hoes need to be put in their place. That's a W. On the one hand, I think it's like there's something Faustian about pushing the limit. How far can we push the looks maxing? You know, we're pioneers, we're conquerors, we're explorers. We're meant to push limits. And so it's interesting to see like how far can Clavicular take this, you know? How high can he ascend on his looks maxing journey? On the other hand though, look, you don't want to fly too close to the sun. Also, how much of it is real though? How much of Clavicular is just like engagement farming? Like, is he actually like gonna do jaw surgery and like limb extension surgery? Is that all real or is that just like bait? Is that just clip farming? Like, I genuinely wonder. Like, I was watching his video earlier, his full supplement protocol, and it's just like a mile long. Like, look at this. This is what he's fucking taking like every day. Taking testosterone. He's also taking meth, as in methamphetamines, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I guess it's kind of like Adderall. The two are very close. It's like there's like one different chain that doesn't exist in Adderall. Somewhere between like this, between all of this and the surgeries, and like, you know, breathing through your nose, taking a few supplements is probably like the right balance. I think there's some line that is, I don't know exactly where that line is, but I think there's some line that is being crossed. Does he actually take all of that, or is he selling that stack? He says he takes all of this. I don't think he's selling this. Like, you can't sell like Adderall or methamphetamines. So according to him, this is and again, I don't know if this is real or not. Like, I don't know if this is bait. I don't know if this is engagement farming. It's like same thing, because he says he wants to get like double jaw surgery and like limb extensioning surgery in Turkey. Like, how much of that is real? The only thing he sells is a dream. Kumquat over here, Chud cell, 5'6", crying at the ascended Chad, seething. This guy is nuts, dude. It's like there are things I like about his content. And I'm somewhat ambivalent, not to be like a concern friend, but I think he might be taking it a little too far. I think like fucking around with like amphetamines and testosterone, especially at a young age, you know, and his thing is like, well, as long as you're not retarded about it. It's like, yeah, I think everyone who's ever done like meth has probably said that at some point. You're just jealous, let him cook. That's kind of where I'm at. You know, it's like, I can't say I approve of everything that he's doing, especially with a young, impressionable audience, but I will watch his career with great interest. Like, I want to see where this is gonna go. Is he gonna ascend? Is he gonna turn into this like aesthetic Giga Chad freak of nature, or will it crash and burn? Is Icarus flying too close to the sun? A lot of this is performative. He's probably laughing when he turns off the stream. I think it's somewhere in between there. I don't know how much of this is real, because you see the level of like engage, like people are like getting rage baited so hard. Like seriously. Like you see like boomers and like sub fives. This guy wears makeup. He's a homo and shit like that. It's almost like, dude, the reaction to Clavicular is almost more entertaining than like the content itself. Let him take enough meth to go to the moon. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, let's just watch, man. No, he debated GG33 and he crashed out. He wears makeup. Well, GG33 is like a retard. He's like a fat, like, you know, like retard. Selling numerology and shit. And look, my stance on all of that and the numerology and astrology is you shouldn't fuck with it. You should not fuck with that stuff. I do think that there's some aspect of it that is real. It's just like magic and like demons. Like I think the devil is real, for example, and demons are real. I think there is an ethereal. I think there is a, you know, another dimension to all of this. And but ultimately that kind of stuff is idolatrous. You know, you're putting your faith in numbers. You shouldn't put your faith in numbers. You shouldn't consult the stars and the numbers. You should consult God. So anyway, makeup is pretty not a thing normal dudes do. Yeah, I can't say I've ever worn makeup before outside of like an occasional thing where like I'm on camera or something, like you know, like on a set or something. I feel like I did hear him confess to wearing a bit of makeup. Yeah, apparently he does. Does anyone believe he is taking meth? Maybe AJ's blue meth, but not pure meth. But if you do fuck around with it, come back and report what happens if the demons appear to you. Same with the Ouija board. That shit is just asking for trouble. Yeah, dude. The way you know, it had me thinking, because you don't want to make the Faustian bargain. There is the Faustian man, the man that will push the limit. Pioneer, explorer, inventor, a man that can do it all, truly above the rest, seizes the world and molds it to his will. And that's all well and good, that's awesome and stuff, but you don't want to make the Faustian bargain. You don't want to make a deal with the devil and sell off your humanity for all of this, for some otherworldly knowledge or power. You know, many people have embarked on this journey with good intentions. The road to tragedy is paved with good intentions. And many have thought that they are in control, that it's going to be different, they're not going to be retarded about it. But it's like, how many you often see, it's like with a lot of these people, it's often never enough. You can always be more aesthetic. You can always be leaner. You can always have more muscle mass. You can always be a little taller, a little more proportionate. And maybe just one more surgery will do the trick. And at some point, somewhere in your life, you just have to accept what you are. You just have to have the humility to say, you know what, I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to have imperfections. It is what it is. I'm limited. We're flawed. That's part of life. And I do think it's kind of funny. It's like, look at what must be done to like mimic a fraction of the Chad's power. Inside, you'll always be a Chud. Inside, you'll always be a sub 5, no matter how much you work and mew and no matter how many surgeries you go through, you'll always be a sub 5. Look at the amount of effort that you have to go through to compete with the Chads that just are. They don't strive, they just are. They just are already. So there's something about that, about just the nature of what you are. And no matter what you are, I think you have to, at some level, have the humility to accept that. Push your limits, push the boundaries, sure. But there are real limits. He looks 30 years old. Yeah, it's, I don't know. And look, if you look closely, it doesn't, and I'm not trying to be a D1 hater here, but it doesn't look like he has like the best skin ever. It's like, it doesn't look porcelain or anything. I don't know. I think his content's funny. I think, you know, you might say maybe some of it is passe. Okay, like we've dunked on horrors for a while now, but it must continue to be done. We must continue to dunk on the horrors. It's our obligation. And I think that this is just such a unique and novel way to do it. He's dismantling these horrors like biologically. He's going through their physiognomy and going through all their defects and imperfections and just picking them apart, like, surgically. That's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. All these hoes that these simps will pedestalize. That's a W. Is it a sin to summon a demon just to throw a holy water balloon at it? Yeah, probably. I don't think you want to summon demons. I don't think you can really trick demons like that, though. It's almost like hubris to assume that you can trick demons. Like, demons are like 10,000 IQ, multi-dimensional beings. They're smarter than you. You cannot trick demons. You really can't trick the devil. They have access to more information than you do. So don't try. So yeah, I would say it probably is a sin, but I don't have the official word on that. Is there hope for sub 5s? No, you're cooked. Imagine someone watches his content and puts their kid on this routine at birth. That's what I'm wondering. Like, look, there's some utility that could be gained from this. I'm taking notes. I'm like, well, hopefully someday I'll have kids, and I'm gonna look at my son. I'm like, I gotta get you on a protocol. I'm gonna be like, you know, we gotta get you on, gotta get your creatine in, gotta get your caffeine in. We gotta make sure, hey, are you breathing through your fucking mouth? What did I fucking tell you about breathing through your fucking mouth? Okay? Eat your veggies. And don't breathe through your... If I catch you again, I'm taking away your Xbox 1080. Whatever the fuck they're up to whenever I'm a dad. I'm taking away your PS9. Oh, Dad, you're such a fucking asshole. Maybe I want to breathe out of my mouth. Maybe I like the way the dusty air tastes. You ever think about that, Dad? Fucking asshole. Why do I have to... Maybe I want to be fat. No son of mine is gonna be fat. Not in this fucking household. You can run to school. You can run home. You can run home from school. I'm not picking your ass up. I'm not picking a fat kid up. No son of mine is... No fat person is getting inside of my car on the way home from school. Now eat your fucking veggies. I'm locking you up in the basement until you drop 10 pounds. And if I catch you eating the mattress, I'm gonna electrocute you like Hassan and his dog. Can you imagine the Aryan super soldier that would come from that? That's what I'm saying. Somewhere there's the line. We just need to find it. We just need to find where that line is. You know? Like, I don't think we should go through cosmetic surgery and all that. Your kids will still come out ugly. And like the bone breaking stuff. Like, do you see that? The bone breaking? Like the beating your fucking, your brow ridge with the hammer. Try to like induce bone growth. To have a more defined brow ridge, which is more masculine. Or like same with like the cheekbones. I mean, that just seems like bullshit to me. At least if you're an adult. If you're a kid, maybe if your bones are still growing, but I don't think that's really backed by science at all. I think that sounds like trickery to me. That sounds like some like physiognomist went out there and said, I'm gonna get these dumb goy to beat their heads in with hammers. That'll be so funny. And then these guys are fucking beating their heads with a hammer. I'm gonna be a fucking 10. I'm gonna be a Giga Chad. I'm ascending. I don't know, it's something about that. I don't know, that's a tough sell. If there's some science behind there, if there's some truth behind there, you're really gonna have to sell that one to me. Bro speaking from his bedroom, respect the grift, it's funny content. It is funny content. It is. Like, I don't know if it's real, like how much of it is real or not, but I'm kind of enjoying the ride. Demons are old, what are you gonna say that is new? Nothing is new under the sun. It's your dream, not mine. No son of mine! No son of mine is gonna be ugly. You've gotta look smack, son. I'm telling you, I'm preparing you for the real world. You can't see the real world yet. You're not old enough. One day you'll know I'm right. I'm sitting there, I'm fucking like, I'm sitting there drinking beers, receding hairline. Ah, fuck, I spilled my Coke. Damn it. I guess that's what I get. Beating my wife. Damn it, Cheryl! Clean this shit up! If Coach put me in the fourth quarter, we'd be state champs, no doubt about it in my mind. My son's gonna be a Chad. My son's gonna be a Chad, damn it. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it fucking takes. Look at this. Look at the mess you guys made. You made me do this. This is your fucking fault. I got Coke all over my desk. Great. Fucking awesome. Luckily, got these Clorox wipes here just for this occasion. No son of mine is gonna be fucking ugly or fat. If you're ugly or fat, you're out of the house. You hear me? It's gonna be like a drunk, washed up old dad. I don't even drink. Fucking pissed off. Like the uncle in Napoleon Dynamite, just living through the glory days, you know? High school peak or whatever. Yeah, Uncle Rico, yeah. You wanna watch me throw a football over the mountains? I'm getting CRISPR babies. My kids will be genetic freaks of nature. Imagine. Even veggies/produce in the USA is covered with toxins and organic labels cannot be trusted. There's toxic shit in fucking everything, man. Your Wi-Fi is giving you brain cancer, okay? 5G is hurting your fertility if you keep your phone in your pocket. That's just radiation. If you touch receipts, you're getting these little chemicals that can fuck up your hormones. You drink out of a plastic bottle, you're getting little nanoplastics that go directly into your brain and balls. At some point, you kind of have to accept we're all just kind of cooked. We're all just some various degree of cooked. It is what it is. Bro, you can never be a 10. Even Tom Brady lost his old lady to her BS. Even the Giga Chad. How many guys are higher status than Tom Brady? You cannot marry these fucking whores, man. I guess in a certain sense, man, it is kind of his fault. He is the victim in all this, but look, why would you marry a snake? What did you expect? Shut up!
Shut up!
Silly woman.
Silly woman.
It's literally the snake story. It's like, what did you expect would happen when you marry these promiscuous whores? It's like, do you not know what you're buying? Do you not know what you're getting yourself into? You can't be fucking stupid. You either learn when you're young or you make the mistake yourself and learn when you're old. And it's a lot harder to recover when you're old. Especially if you've got kids. Bro's got the goon wipes on deck. They're Clorox wipes, man. They're Clorox fucking wipes. They're abrasive. They're not nice. They don't feel good to... If anyone is cleaning up their goon session with Clorox wipes, they're probably into some weird shit because that does not feel good on the skin. Right next to the jerk... Okay. Alright. Look, the jerk sleeve... Look, I have a glass mouse pad, okay? You guys understand? It's a glass mouse pad. So if I don't use the sleeve and it's a little humid in my room, especially if it's hot, then my arm will just stick. It'll just stick to the mouse pad. Has anyone ever seen this glass mouse pad? Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you the fucking glass mouse pad. You fucking dickhead. Okay, look. Here it is. All right? You happy? Look, this is a solid. This is solid. It's flat. All right? Okay? You satisfied? Guys, a whiteboard as a mouse pad. I can write myself little motivational messages. Right, in Expo marker. You can do it. Every day is a good day. Don't forget to smile. What matters most is that you all have fun. Anyway, but I like this mouse pad, okay? I love the way it feels. Like in a way it plays. Like, you wonder why I can click on heads so well? Like this has actually improved my aim a lot. And it's a lot better maintenance than like a cloth mouse pad. If you ever use a cloth mouse pad, they get gross. They get fucking gross, okay? You get hair and skin and dust and all other kinds of goober embedded in the cloth. And sometimes it means you gotta replace it, but other times it means you gotta wash it. You wanna wash your mouse pad? Rub it down. I could just wipe this fucking thing down and it's good to go. It's way more consistent, so it's Delarin, not glass. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I didn't ask. It's glass. It's all glass to me, okay? Anyway. What were we talking? Meth? We were talking about meth.